Yakima.
Good evening, everybody. I'm George Michael, and welcome to the Sports Machine. Tonight, through the use of the Sports Machine, the Atlanta Falcons' prayers are answered big time against the 49ers. After 9 weeks of frustration, the Cincinnati Bengals claim their first victory. They do it the hard-earned way. NFL players find out the price that you have to pay for being too nice. And you ain't seen nothing quite like the plays of the month of October. Well, the Houston Oilers should be celebrating a victory tonight, but they are not. The Redskins should be lamenting their first loss of the year, but they are not. Because you see, the Redskins all but gave the game away to the Houston Oilers. However, the Oilers failed to capitalize. When the Redskins, when opportunity knocked on their door, they took advantage. Washington Redskins over the Houston Oilers 16-13. Redskins remain the only unbeaten team in the NFL. Let's go to RFK Stadium out in the nation's capital. We're in the fourth quarter. The game is tied 6-6. You're looking at Mark Rippon on a give to Ernest Biner. Biner, who rushed for over 100 yards. He cuts, he dances, he drives. 23-yard touchdown for Ernest Biner. The Washington Redskins would take a 13-6 lead. Talk about creativity. Check out this Redskins fan. Is this something else? The Redskins, I don't know what well, you know what it is, folks. All right, late in the game, the Oilers have just tied the game 13-13. Brian Mitchell takes the kickoff at his own goal line. On the return, Mitchell gets hit right at the 20-yard line. Loose football. The Oilers recover. With the game tied 13-13, the Oilers recover. They're going to be able to kick the game-winning field goal because there's very little time left. In fact, we're down to 1 second to go in the game. Ian Howe-Field will hit a 33-yard field goal to win it. But it's to the left. It's wide to the left for Ian Howe-Field. The game was there. Joe Gibbs watching it. Defeat suddenly becomes, yes, we have one more chance to go. So 4 minutes into overtime, after the Oilers had watched surety victory go into frustration, they would turn the ball over. It would enable Chip Lohmiller to line up for a 41-yard field goal, tied 31-31, Bigfoot. Chip Lohmiller, 41-yard field goal. Redskins undefeated at 9-0. Oilers lose their second of the year. Joe Gibbs can't believe that his team is 9-0.
I've coached like 24 years and never happened to me except in college once and never in pro ball, and this is hard to do. I'm trying to enjoy it, but I'll be quite truthful with everything loaded up on you. It's hard just to sit back and say, man, I got about 3 hours tonight. I'm going to go out and have a hamburger with my family, and I go to bed and I got to start all over again. That's not fair.
The George Michael Sports Machine is being brought to you by the employee owners of Avis. We try harder.
I think the customers definitely sense the difference, not only in the company, but in us.
There is a definite pride in what we do and how we do it.
I mean, the employees own the company. You are Avis. I'm Avis.
If you've seen our roving rapid return now, you'll see that you don't even have to step out of the car before you're already checked in.
If you don't like the color of the car, if I have a different color car, I'll fix it.
We call over 1,500 customers a month just to see if they're satisfied.
There's a big sense of pride in owning a company.
So why rent from anyone but an owner?
I crave snacks, but sometimes those calories have to be tabled. No problem. I got Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. The great taste I love and only 10 little calories. Instead of munching, I enjoy pure chewing satisfaction.
For the battery that performs 3 times better than industry standard.